Are we back? I think you guys can hear me. Well, day 53, I think, and some exciting news for this week. So this week we'll go live with the first paid accounts. I think you can expect, I would say ballpark numbers is like, sorry, 5K in revenue, I think. We'll invite a couple of friends over, myself, just people that we know to use the system, and then we're gearing up towards launch next week, which is gonna be exciting. So priority of the week. Let me pull up exactly what I've actually told the whole team. But yeah, priority of the week is one, platform stability. Having the ability to roll back trade in case downtime on the simulated environment. It's obviously not something you want to do, but in case of prod downtime, that's something you have to do. Concretely, what it means is if you have some kind of downtime, which unfortunately we've had in the last like 3 days, we've had no downtime whatsoever. But if we were to have some, we have the ability to roll back the state. And if you want to understand how this affects our system, is you have stop losses that are part of the system, and if the system goes down, then stop losses do not get triggered, and same for TPs. And there's also there might be an issue on account breaches that are not calculated, and accounts that pass do not get calculated properly. So, sorry, that's the thing that we're working on. Platform stability. We're making a few changes. Won't go into the details, but more so infra related. We're adding the funding fee calculation, the HIP3 dynamic maker taker fee, and then we'll do some more work on the admin CRM. And then for the front ends, we're continuously adding new things here and there, but we will add mobile responsiveness, and we'll change the analytics page, and then we will do a couple of ad hoc fixes. Here I wanted to discuss about the way we want to essentially reward people from day one in using the platform, which will take the shape of a point program, but we'll try and do things slightly different. We're trying to see with legal if we are able to give like part of the platform revenues to point holders. Every week we'll emit new points, and it would be cool to give back part of those revenues to point holders. I think that would be interesting. We haven't sold out the raise so far. I think for us, we are prioritizing launch of the platform at this stage, which we think is going to bring us momentum, like more momentum on the retail and VC side. Sorry, and then I haven't slept in some time, I have to say. Nor did I eat, but that's just it's just the way it is. So, I think I'm even gonna end it here. The priorities for the week. Also, yeah, we're not doing market updates anymore on the streams. We're doing it daily, almost daily on my YouTube channel. So you can go and check it out. We have a couple of cool stuff. That's not getting so much views, so many views, sorry. But I'm doing it for the love of the game at this point. So you can just go and check the videos. And it's getting like 100 to 20 views to like whatever, but I think I'm genuinely trying my best. I see a bunch of founders of prop firms do live streams on gambling apps, and I'm against that. I genuinely wanna create great content for traders. And I think my style is interesting. May not be the best, may not be suitable to everyone, but I think this is great value. And that's also why I'm adding the tools, which are there for free. At the moment, might change at some point, but today that's 100% free, and I wish it stays free. So today, like, if you want to know the mindset internally, it's gearing up towards app launch. So one is like, okay, we will have our first paid users, and then gearing up towards app launch. So towards app launch, what do you do for marketing? Who do you involve, if you involve anybody, and have everything ready for the communication on our end, like have everything ready on the analytics side, things to check like platform abuse, to have all the payout system done, the KYC portal done. So it's a big step, and we're excited for it. And then we'll also, after the platform launch, we'll do a big VC push. We still haven't raised like the full million, and so we'll want to do a big push, basically like a 2 weeks sprint. It's going to be quite tiring, but we'll basically try and raise the remainder of the round directly, because you have to understand that our growth velocity is a factor of how much capital we have at hand, and I guess a layer of risk management for sure, but basically how much risks we are willing to take. And that, I have to say, is these days it's pretty busy. I understand today is like Easter or so, but there's no rest, and I said it. 2026 is going to be no rest throughout, so it's going to be quite challenging. But we're doing it for the love of the game. Would love to get your support on YouTube. If you are not subscribed, I hate to do this stuff, but would love to get your support. Even if you watch this recap, would love to get your support on this. And I actually see we get like 50 views on average, I think, during those weekly streams, and it does mean a lot to me. I don't think anyone does that, and sometimes I show some kind of vulnerability, and I'm trying to show what goes on my mind, at least as much as I can, and I think let me read the chat. Yeah, Emil. It's good. Let me actually see if I have the breakdown. But as I said, this is gonna be a very quick and short stream. Um, I would love to bring back some vibe coding. I have to think of the format, but if there are some functionalities that I can ship quickly on the trading terminal, would love to do it. Initially, I thought that this series would be a lot more about vibe coding, but the truth is there's actually a lot of attempts for us to get hacked, or people try to exploit some vulnerabilities, and the more we share the code base, and if I start to share some stuff about services and how our infra operates, just not you see limits to transparency there, I think. And so yeah, really excited. I think we'll get the first paid users on Wednesday. That's the target we have internally, and then we expect to roll out progressively to the waitlist throughout, like between Wednesday to like Saturday, Sunday. If you are not part of the waitlist, I invite you to go on the waitlist. You can go on app.proprXYZ, get on a free trial, and then just get on the waitlist. You have a button for it, and then we'll just email you accordingly, and then you'll be getting your waitlist and be able to purchase the challenge. And I think next Monday we discuss about the incentive program, i.e. the point program. We'll try and add as much value as possible very early on to the points holder. Sorry. We understand that a lot of perp dexes, abuse the system. It really feels like perp dexes are the old social fi, when everyone was doing quests, etc. Like you had, I think Portal, like every project was doing this questing system, which we also ended up doing, by the way. And now it's like perpdex, and we will try our best so we make the point system valuable. And as I said in the early minutes of the stream, is maybe the whole point of the firm is to try and give back revenue. To actually have the people use the platform be stakeholders. So maybe we'll have revenue share within the app in the very early days. So I've just, all transparency, I've just asked the legal team if how deep in trouble am I getting if I do this stuff. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for me. You might see it. It's actually crazy. It's 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. here, and I woke up at like 3 or something, but super tired regardless. It's been just a lot of decisions to take, and a lot of stuff at stake at the moment. So cheers everyone, thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate the support. I see a lot of you are watching daily on YouTube, and that means really means a lot to me, really.